Welcome to the moment of faith. Most of our minds are upon the difficulties that our nation and the world is going through. But there's a group of people that I'm really concerned about today, and that's doctors, nurses, police, firemen, first responders. These people can hardly avoid contact with this virus. Now, we can be as careful as we can be and we should be and take all the precautions we can. But these people are out on the front lines, and I really would like to speak a word to them. You know, the Bible has some things to say about quarantining. Over in the book of Leviticus chapter 13 and verse 46, that whole chapter there talks about a plague and what they should do, and that if they contacted that plague, they had to dwell alone. They had to be outside the camp. Their habitation would be there. That's what the Bible said. There was one exclusion, and that was the priest. And this particular plague was called leprosy. At that time, it was generally fatal. And if a person contacted it, as a mother, she couldn't touch her children anymore. She couldn't come close to them. She couldn't care for them. It's a very, very dread disease. But the plague, the priest had immunity from that plague. And in the New Testament, 10 lepers came to Jesus one day and said, "Master, have mercy on us." And he said, "Go show yourselves to the priest." Well, the priest could contact these people, talk to them, be in close proximity with them, and yet there's no record of them having these plagues. And so they were authorized to minister to these individuals. And what you are doing as a first responder or a nurse or a doctor in law enforcement, you are ministers. And you are required to be out there in the front line. You come in contact with this, and so I'm concerned, and I believe that Christians need to be more in prayer for you and for individuals and for your families, that God would intervene in your life. And in the book of Revelation, chapter 5 and verse 10, John the writer said, and God has made us kings and priests unto God. So if you're ministering to these individuals, you're coming in contact with it. What can you do? Well, of course, you're going to take all the precautions you possibly can. But in addition to that, I believe you can claim the immunity of the priesthood, because actually what you're doing is a ministry. You can claim that immunity, and by the grace of God, you can continue in that ministry without this terrible virus taking hold of you. It's worked for me for over 60 years. I've gone into all kinds of situations, prayed for people who had all kinds of diseases, many of them very contagious. In fact, warned at times, don't get close to that person, but it was required for me to do that. In order to minister to them, I had to come in close proximity to them, and I did that. And by the grace of God, through all these years, over 60 years of ministering to different people, I have not contacted these diseases. And so I'm claiming that for you. And I want to pray for you before I leave. God, I pray, Lord, for these individuals that are coming in contact with this virus. It's required that they do that. They must do so in order to complete the ministry that they're involved in. I claim for them the immunity of the priesthood, Lord, because they are priests, they're ministers. And I ask you, God, to keep them from this virus, and that your strength and your grace and your presence may be upon them and over their families that they must come in contact with. And we'll thank you for it. Amen.